Alright guys, welcome back to another Warframe video. So today you'll notice that I know yet again another new frame, and this one, if you somehow don't recognize the skin, this is Octavia. This is one that I have had for a while, but I haven't pulled this one out yet. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I got this, let me run back up to the store. I think that this was something that I got through the Amazon Prime Gaming for free. There was some link up here one day. Yes, up here. I did not spend a platinum for this. In fact, I started with 50 and I've used the same 44. So I still have 6 left up in reserve there. But I got this frame. I think it was an Amazon Prime Gaming bundle. I got some skins for others. But this is another new frame that I had since I've already hit rank 30 with Titania, which is super fun, and I have a long way to really get good with it. But still, I'm trying to rotate through. There's a ton in this game, a ton to learn, a ton to do. So let me just quickly pop on today, and I will show you the quick little upgrades that I have done to this. It's not much, obviously. I haven't used it yet. It's a non-ranked up frame, but I did put on Rush and Stretch, and that tapped out my 8. So those are slightly higher versions of those abilities anyway. It just allowed me to put them on, since the polarity. So that's what I'm using there, and since I already ranked up the bolter fully, I also quickly crafted just a basic Mark 1 Bratton, and the upgrade I put on here is a flawed version of Serration, but it only had 4 energy available. So once I get this ranked up a little bit, I will swap that out for my higher spec Serration and some other mods, of course. We are keeping the Kraken on, and we are keeping the Fragger on. There's not much else to do on this for the time being. I did read the abilities on Octavia. She sounds pretty interesting. Obviously, I saw they had a lot of musical terminology on this frame. As a music major in college, intimately familiar with all the terms. So yeah, I just thought that this might be fun. And look, today's video may not appeal to some, but I have had several people in the comments mention, hey, instead of doing stuff in the background and then jumping in with a brand new frame or new gear that's already been ranked up a bit, why don't you just kind of show us what you're doing, what's your process? So that's what I'm going to do today. So some may find this extremely entertaining, others may not, but look, I'm trying to, appeal to everybody's suggestions. I've seen it from more than one source, so you took the time to mention it. Here's off to you that wanted to see my process. So next things, before we even jump into getting a little level grinding done, you'll notice on the Foundry, I have ready, and you'll see at the last video when I went into my dojo, I did grab 1 weapon and parts for 1 new frame. And yes, to answer the questions I saw in my comments, obviously, I know there's a lot of perks to being a member of the dojo, but no, I don't intend to be grabbing a ton of stuff out of there. I just wanted to at least have the ability to do it and show some people, hey, yes, I'm actively cognizant of it and that, yes, I can do it, but I don't want to just get a bunch of stuff without putting in the work. I do actively want to enjoy the grind of this game. I know that may sound odd, but as a gamer, I do actually enjoy the grind, especially if it's something as enjoyable as I have absolutely found everything in Warframe up to this point. So I have a Silva and Aegis kind of sword set here, so I'm going to claim that. I'm not going to use it yet. We're going to max out this hammer. And then I did already craft the Zephyr chassis, and I have to do a little farming for parts for the other stuff, and then I can go back into the dojo and claim the frame itself. So that's what I have to pick up today so far, and I am eventually going to finish farming some blueprint parts, and I am going to be continuing my Rhino frame. Since I am working on getting this frame upgraded a little bit, I don't want to jump straight to Fossa on Venus to do my daily farming for Rhino parts that I'm missing. So we're just going to pick up the stuff that I crafted and we're going to jump right in. Now, when I have been doing this, I've been going over, I believe, to Venus or Earth, just going to some survival grindable missions. I think Montes might have been. Nope, that's Exterminate. Is it Malva? Yeah, Infestation level 8 to 18. Yeah, it's a little higher for a level 0 frame, but I've got some equipment that's ranked up a bit, and, you know, once you get past that initial section, you can leave when it gets a little too woolly. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm also leaving it on public here. So I am going to hopefully jump in. It says 2 open squads. We're going to jump into Malva, and this is where I like to start just ranking stuff up. You know, stay in as long as you want, survive, wash, rinse, repeat. And yeah, there is a little bit of other side farming for some things I wanted to craft that have parts that I cannot get on Venus, but this is where I'm going to go today. So I'm going to jump straight into Malva. This is the typical place that when I have gotten new gear, this is where I go to take, you know, 10, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, however long it takes to get it ranked up a little bit so I can move back onto my normal path and have a little better survivability. So off we go into Malva. Okay. Looks like we've got somebody actively handling the break-in. Perfect. So I'll get to try out these abilities. I read a little bit about them. It sounds interesting. Particularly, I think it was the ability 3 kind of buffs that you can pull out for your team if they either duck or jump or fire their weapon in rhythm. That sounds interesting. So let's just start working up this rifle while we're here. Beautiful. And then, of course, we can always melee when we need to. Brand new weapon. This should allow me to go for a little while before I need to mess with stuff.
Life support activated. For a capsule.
May as well take out that camera. Yeah, not that I think in at least my experience it matters that much when you're on these, because the infested are going to come find you anyway. So whatever. I mean, you know, take them out if you want. I guess there are challenges associated with it, which I would presume all longtime players already have wrapped up anyway. But you know, I'm just doing my thing my way, learning as I go.
Delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating.
Sit down, sonny boy.
Life support has been replenished.
We're at 95. We are really in no real great danger of needing her drop, but that's okay. Okay, nice. Calculated Mr. I have plenty of that, so I'm looking at that as free endo. Oh. Always beautiful. Yeah, the endo loop. The endo loop, guys, it's real. It's real. I would almost argue, aside from the stuff you need to craft things, that it's the single most valuable resource because, as I have discovered playing in this longer, mods are life. Literally. You just perform better, survive longer when you have mods. It's just the way that it is. Okay, what's this ability 1 do? I read about it, but I already forgot. I think it's some kind of a buff to your team, if I'm not mistaken. Got us a lot of overshield guys in here.
Prepare for life support.
Meet the hammer. Meet the hammer, dude. Yeah, this rifle, I feel like it'll be decent once I get it worked up. I'm not mad about it. Trick mag, yep, that's some more endo. Don't need that, I've already got plenty. Let me get out of the way here.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Gonna try out the rest of Octavia's abilities once I get them up. Looks like they went through here. Health, creds, circuits, not mad about that.
just made their first discovery. Keep up the good work. Extraction is available if you need it.
Yeah, you know, if they want to extract, I'll go whenever they feel like it. Totally fine by me. Looks like they might be heading that direction, so I'll just follow them. If they want to extract, we'll extract. No big deal.
Life support incoming.
Which is honestly why another reason why I normally do this myself. Again, I'm here to rank up a little bit. Okay, we got the one guy in here, so he's definitely ready. All good. Yep, there we go. So yeah, we'll see how much rank up we got from that. I mean, okay, rank 7, rank 6 on the frame, Fragger up to 21, Kraken up to 14. That's a pretty decent boost. Riven Silver, I've never noticed that before. Indo, of course, I can always use that. And plenty of duplicate mods here that I really don't need. So yeah, some more Indo potential. But yeah, guys, that is kind of my process. That's how I do it. So I think I need to hit start, pop up here, then I can say leave squad. Yep, perfect. Somebody mentioned that in comments. It's actually super simple, no big deal. Or you can let it roll and go with it. Also, again, no big deal. So we finished that up. Obviously, didn't get a ton of ranks, but it's enough that I can actually put some more reasonable mods on here. So we're just going to pop into the upgrade. Just showing you my process, guys. That's all it is. Again, I realize that this may be exceedingly boring to some. 7, that's not going to be quite enough for that serration, so I think I'm actually still going to leave this on. I know it's a flawed, but it's better than having nothing. Then I could add at least that for the time being. Nope, that's level 6. Zoom, I don't really need. Slash, that doesn't really apply. I guess I could put this on for a slightly higher crit chance, since I'm not really doing that much damage anyway. Impact ammo drum, yeah, the rest of these aren't that big of a deal. I guess I could maybe swap the chance to actual damage, and we'll put on Vital Sense instead. That'll still tap out our full 7. Then let's jump back over to Octavia. Got 4 points to spare. Steel Charge is a 9-pointer. So for me, I honestly feel like this is more important. So I'm going to take those off. I'm going to put Steel Charge on. That's just, that's for melee, right? Yep, and we're going to be using our melee. That leaves me with 19 on here. Okay, so maybe I can still put these back on. Rush, stretch. Shield capacity is obviously always nice. See if there's any other heavy impact. No, I don't want to mess with that. So sure, I'll put redirection on as well. That gives us 7 more points. Ability efficiency, that's the flawed one. And this is one thing I haven't figured out, if you have to take mods on and off of other existing frames, or this is just your setup. So the mods are your mods. The way I'm assuming is, and you put them on and there's a configuration, but if you swap frames, you still have access to those same mods. You don't have to take them off of the other frame in order to equip them. That's what it seems like to me. They didn't spell it out specifically, so I guess, you know what? Nah, that's too expensive. That would be kind of nice. Both of those would be kind of nice. What's my health? Not particularly high yet. Steel fiber. Yeah, okay. I guess I'll pop that on as well. And I don't think I have anything that's a 2-pointer. I mean, nothing that's that big of a deal. I guess I could pop that on. I mean, it's better than nothing. So that's what we have on now. We're going to try to rank up just a little bit more before we move on to a little bit more difficult content. So that's what I'm going to do. I didn't get to test out all these abilities yet in game anyway. So what I'm going to do this time for me is I'm going to take this off of public. I'm going to say solo. And then since there's some equipment I could possibly use from Earth, I'm just going to pop over here and see if I can find a good survival mission on Earth. So let's just scroll back through here one more time. Yeah, we'll jump to a defense. That's fine. Jump over to Coba for some defense by myself. So all of the enemies I'm going to be getting the credit for eliminating, which will make the affinity or XP or whatever the correct terminology is, the levels on my gear go up better.
Our position has been compromised.
At least that's my
Defend the cargo
suspicion.
until
So
reinforcements arrive.
just run up, no problem. I will get to the cargo. We shall defend it with our life lotus. I don't remember what enemy type come on this early defense mission. Oh yeah, it's still infested. I didn't honestly need to reload there just yet. It's got a pretty generous size mag. Not huge, but generous. It's good enough. And I believe it's neurodes are the part that I need. It's for the Furus pistol, I believe was the name of it. I think that's the resource that I'm missing that I need to craft that weapon. That's one that I've had for a while because I bought it from the store, the blueprint, and I've wanted to try it out, but I didn't come back here to farm for parts. Not even remotely certain. I guess that's his head. Tough to say. You know what? You got to get hit with a mallet. Forget that. We're just getting rid of you. Those big guys.
Reinforcements available.
That's a strike. No,
Now,
we're gonna keep battling.
fighting.
We're gonna keep battling.
Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
Thank you, Lotus. You're so kind. Shouldn't take but just a few more. Come on. There it is. Yep. Nightwave challenge. Perfect. So now let's get a little more work done on the mallet too. Oh, yeah, I hadn't even tested that input yet. That could be nasty. All right, bud. You want to sit back there? I see you. Bring it on. Down you both go. Yeah, okay, I obviously took a little damage there. Now, it's interesting. I think that I've been playing certainly long enough and not using abilities that I should have had this fourth ability available now. Maybe it was one of the ones that is buffs to teammates, and if you're not playing with the team, it doesn't let you pull it. I'll have to go back and reread it. I read through them once to get a base idea. It's also nice, I never caught before, that they show you a progress bar on the weapons as you swap between them on the bottom right. So let's see, that's the Kraken. Bratton's at 8 now. Okay. I would like this to be worked up just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. All right, big guy. I see you. Sometimes they just like to hide in the back. I don't know why. They're scared. They're scared to face the Tenno. Don't even need to mercy him. We'll just spin through him. Boom. Yep, that's another one that was kind of a dupe of one that I had earlier. So let's pull this out again. I think that's the thing that makes the ball that they chase. I guess that was the ball, and I know that it can explode, but I don't know if you need to lead it with a big group, if you have to double pull the ability button again, I don't know. I guess I'll try it again and see if I can figure it out. So it's drawing their attention. I guess maybe it's just to lure enemies away and they'll follow it and then it explodes and whoever's in proximity maybe takes the damage. I'll have to go back and reread all of these, but I'm pretty sure it said something about that. And what's this one? Metronome selected. That might have been the one where you had to jump or duck in time or something. I'm not entirely certain. Again, like I said, I'll have to go back and reread it. I don't have the position memorized and not the entirety of the abilities memorized. I just read it the once. No, you don't, bud. This is a new frame. I'm squishy. That's what you get for trying to jump over me. Over and over. You did it to yourself. Ah, yes, let's also test the... Yeah, look at that. All the people that reminded me from the intro training mission. Oh, he's like hiding back. He just blends in with the wall. Or maybe he's like stuck in the corner. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the people that mentioned, hey, don't Ninja Gaiden, just duck and then jump. Yeah, and yeah, that's like a massive boost. I completely forgot about that. It was the very first time I jumped in Warframe, part of trying to learn all the information they were telling me. I just completely forgot this whole time. I've been jumping like an idiot trying to get up walls. It's a lot more effective to use the charge jump. That's what I'm calling it. I don't know if that's what it's called. It's just, if I had to name that ability, that's probably what I would call it. Charge jump. I don't know why. Maybe somebody mentioned the name of it in the comments and I'm retaining it and don't recall. But anyway you slice it, yeah, it's a lot more effective. Wallop.
Extraction is ready.
Yeah, we'll extract now.
You can handle handle more of the enemy.
That's 2 wave rounds. That should be enough to get a little bit more. Ooh, the Bratton really didn't go up that much. My frame went up a couple. Fragger's up a little bit. Okay, so yeah, now we're in a little bit of a grindy section. Detonite ampule, that's not one of the resources that I needed. Neurodes, though, that is. So I think I may now be able... Awesome. I'll take it. I think I now may be able to craft the Furus pistol. I believe that was the name of it, so I'm just going to head back. So yeah, guys, you know, still don't have anything what I would consider to be mastered, but I'm at least aware and cognizant of things that are going around and kind of tracking stuff a little bit better. So yep, Furus, I am going to craft this. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to have several hours on the resource extraction for plastids again. But actually, while I'm here, let me see if I actually have enough to finish off these other rhino parts while I'm standing here. I do for the systems. Chassis, I already own one. So yeah, let's get the rhino systems crafting. And obviously, I'm missing some other parts. I guess it's the frame itself that I'm missing, or let's see. I have the systems. I have the chassis. What are the other parts? Ah, the neuroptics. Neuroptics, that's the other part. Okay. So yeah, I got a couple things crafting there, and I'm replacing some more plastids with my resourcer. But yeah, guys, I don't want to belabor this, so today the purpose was just to kind of show you my process. Some people said that they were interested in it, so I was trying to appease and just put it in. So if you find this boring, no problem. Feel free to skip it. It's just my process for how I'm ranking up the new stuff that I'm unlocking. And yeah, I haven't really gotten to properly test out this frame yet. So I guess what I might do is jump back into, firstly, get off of solo. I feel like I've ranked this up enough that I can survive okay. So I'm going to turn that off of solo before I forget when I jump back up to the world. But I am just going to quickly drop back down one more time over to the arsenal and see if there's any better upgrades for the trivial amount that I got playing there. So I've got 5 more points. I could really use something that gives me a bit more of a health or shield boost. That's armor, vitality. Do I have the points for that? I can only pop that in, plus 40%. You know what, though? 40% is 40%. I could use the boost. So 40% on where I was is exactly 40 points. No problem. Team health regenerates at 0.5 rate per second. 3 points left. Yeah, I don't really have much else that useful or usable here. So look, a mild bump, but a bump nonetheless. I'll take it where I can get it. It's just a rank 8. So let's also check out this rifle. Still just the same 2. That's crit damage. But I do have 8. Actually, I think what I'll do, I'll take off the crit damage and take off the flawed serration, and then I'll pop on the actual proper serration. I think that's just going to serve me better. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Absolutely, that's the right move there. Kraken and Fragger, those really didn't bump, so I'm not going to worry about that. Nonetheless, guys, wasn't going to do too long of a one today. I got a new frame, and I would have normally played for at least an hour, hour and a half on my own to get some stuff ranked up a little bit for precisely that reason, just a little better survivability, if nothing else. So yeah, that's going to be my goal, but I did want to at least show, since several people had mentioned, hey, you know, instead of popping in, let's see your true first impression the first time you touch it. Not that I'm doing these new frames justice or any of the new gear justice, but that's why I've just done it off screen. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be sloppy. I'm just doing a bit of grinding, get it up to kind of a playable level so I can actually get in and kind of use it in the midst of my active path. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Just short and sweet, kind of behind the scenes of my process, what it is that I'm doing when I've got new stuff that I'm actively wanting to use. That's it. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have any better suggestions, hey, what you're doing for the farming, maybe try this instead, by all means, throw them in the comments. I will read them as always. Guys, appreciate you checking in. We will catch you on the next one.